Hey guys, Mike from Boyer Bows here. Okay, so I'm working on this tri-lam, and I wanted to update you. I lost one of the videos of me taking it out of the clamps and making my drawing my dimensions on the bow. So I don't know how well this build along is going to go anymore, but I'll try to bring you back up to date of where I am and cover the information that I lost. Basically, I took it out of the clamps. If you remember, it was a maple, hatoba, and paddock bow, or stave, 3 boards, laminated together. And it came out great. I glued it up with Titebond too. And here's where I am now. I mapped out all my dimensions in the last video. And then I can't find the video on my video. I'm so bad with technology. I'm really am. But anyway, let me try to catch you up to date. I apologize for the mishap. But where we are now, the bow is now, it was supposed to be 72 inches long. It is now 66 inches long. And that's because when I was reducing it to my dimensions with my draw knife, I don't know if I hit a knot, but I took a big chunk out of one of the ends of the bow. Fortunately, it was close enough to the end that I only had to cut 6 inches off the bow and still have a viable stick left. It's one of those very frustrating things. Another situation, 66 inches long. In the center, or dead center, would be 33 inches. And I put 2.5 inches to either side. That will serve as a kind of handle, or in this case, the place to put my hand. The reason it's not a true handle is this is going to be a bend through the handle bow. So for that reason, it's going to be you might notice it's narrower and thicker than the rest of the bow, because when you go narrower in the width, you're going to have to go thicker to hold off the forces against it. Common sense, but there you go. One of the things that happened was the maple was 2/8, the hatoba was 3/8, and the paddock was 3/8 for a total of 1 inch, or 8/8. Unfortunately, at 72 inches, that might have been acceptable. At 66 inches now, I've lost a lot. As you can see, the paddock is pretty much just barely even a laminate. I'm probably going to lose even more. But just a testament to Titebond 2. Look how beautifully it's feathering out on the hatoba. It's still going to be gorgeous, but I have a feeling this little spiky point is going to be down closer to the handle as opposed to the majority of the limb. I think that's just something that's going to happen. So, and then I made the nocks on the bow. Not too much. I've made nocks before, guys, and I'll go over how I did this in another video. I don't have a lot of time here today. I don't want to make this video too long. Right now the bow is floor tillered. It's bending a little bit. As you can see, it's pretty heavy still, but it is bending a little bit, which is what it's considered to be floor tillered. The handle is currently 1 1/4 inches that tapers out to 1 3/8 inches. The handle will probably be a total width of about 1 inch when all is said and done. And I'm going to try to maintain as much of the thickness as I can, or excuse me, width as I can, to keep this bow a round-bellied bow. Now, an important thing is if it was 3/8, now it looks like I tapered in here because of the way the paddock is turning into a point. That's from rounding the belly off. But I actually only started tapering the bow in. I went 15 inches from the tip down the bow this way, and then tapered from 1 3/8 inch width down to 1/2 inch. Now that may even get narrower as this bow develops, but that's where I started my taper for this 66 inch bow. So real quick, one more time, 66 inches long. We have a 1 1/4 inch width handle by just about 1 inch still thickness. We have 1 3/8 inch at the widest point where the handle flares out, which would be a fade if we were doing a stiff handled bow, but we're not. And that tapers down. The paddock is almost gone where it tapers down to. Now, I can't give you a real thickness there because I won't know what that thickness is until the bow's done. I'm starting, I figure at 2/8 with the maple, 3/8 with the Hatoba, it's going to be about a 5/8 start, and I'm just going to leave the paddock as about a veneer kind of a thing. So it's going to be more decorative than anything else. Okay? Alright, and then one more measurement was 15 inches from tip, 15 inches down to here is where I started the taper, from 1 3/8 to a 1/2 inch. And there you go. So I've got it floor tillered. Before I go any further, I'm going to put rawhide on this bow, on the back of this bow to protect it. And then we'll go over how I'm going to tiller the bow, the process of how to do that. Because it's not just scraping the belly anymore the way you would with a flat bow. It's a little different. It takes a little more time, but it obviously works very well. I think I covered everything here. I cut it out with a draw knife instead of my bandsaw, and maybe that was a mistake. I thought I'd have more control. I did lose 6 inches of bow because I didn't have as much control as I thought I would with the draw knife. But I'm getting a little emotional about this bow now, so I really kind of like the way it looks. Hopefully, I'm very hopeful it'll work out. Anyway, that's it. I know this was a quick video, but I just wanted to bring everybody up to date since I lost the other video in the cloud. That really wasn't the cloud's fault. I just like saying that. Okay, Mike from Boyer Bows. If you have any questions or comments that I didn't cover, there's a good chance I didn't cover them because I know I'm kind of running through this, but leave them in the comments section, and I try to get back to everybody. So leave whatever you got, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Hopefully this catches us up. I'll do a more efficient video later, and sorry I had to film this one sort of before we opened here at work, but I will be outside and in the outdoors again soon enough. All right, talk to you guys later. Mike from Boyer Bows.